opportunity last month to do a masterclass on meads at Vinexpo New Delhi. Now usually in Midweek, Midweek, we talk to our industry peers about their mead affairs. But in this episode, gathering of mead lovers takes the center stage. Listen to what Yoginee told the world about meads and Sirana in episode 4 of Midweek, Midgeek.
Second masterclass of the day, and I think 12th this Vinexpo India. Thank you for coming. Promoting fruit wine for the last 5-6 years, but mead came into my life thanks to the young lady here. I went to her winery and so I tasted a lot of that stuff. It's excellent stuff. And let me tell you, mead, if you don't know, is honey wine. And I've got 2 honeys, one on each side of me, to tell you all about it. And you glad. Others, ये इसको पता है honey चीज, honey का तो पता नहीं होगा इनको. ये बच्चे अभी ना, so that's okay. So I will pass on first of all to my honey on my left. That is Priyanka Save. She is the founder, director, partner of Crisante Hills Hill Winery in here Mumbai, place called Bordi. And Yoginee is also making very nice, excellent meat. You'll taste both of these. So we're gonna taste and test today how they are making the meat. And I'm so happy my friends from Meghalaya here. And I was in Meghalaya last year thanks to the invitation. I went for a North-East food show. And the honey there was excellent and amazing. And Priyanka will tell you more about it because she's been there. She's the brand ambassador for them. And I suggested to her, not that I needed to suggest, I told them the same thing, that you can make excellent mead in Meghalaya. So I'm sure you will be able to taste Meghalaya mead also. Like wine, you taste wine from Italy, you taste the wine from France. Same grape, but the wine will be different, and you want to taste the same wine, different wine from different places. Same grape from Nasik, you want to taste that. Same thing with fruit wine or honey wine. The ingredient will be same maybe, but it has own characteristics, and a final product can be different. So we will welcome Meghalaya to bring out honey wine also. They call it mead, but I call it honey wine. And I'll see to it that in India we continue calling it honey wine because there's a nice honey to it, tinge to it. So Priyanka, here you go.
Thank you, sir, for this kind words. I think mead is by far the most versatile drink when it comes to fermented beverages because the range of products that you can make from it is crazy. Like it's you know, if there is no limit to imagination, there is no limit to mead. So I think it's a limitless beverage. And not speaking further about it, I'll hand over the mic to my dear friend Yoginee because she's going to be taking you all through the journey of her company and more about meads. And then we'll also be tasting meads. And we'll also be doing a honey tasting. We got the Khasi Mandarin honey all the way from Shillong to here. And just to show you what potential Shillong as a state have when it comes to mead. So I think we'll be doing it at the fag end of the masterclass. Yeah, so we'll begin. Yoginee?
Mead, the OG alcoholic, original alcoholic beverage known to mankind. Even before humans knew how to make beer and wine, mead existed and people enjoyed it. You know, there are very few processes that take place in nature which add purpose and value to our life and enrich our life. Fermentation of food stuff like bacteria and yeast probably is one of the most important ones, only because it adds a certain joie de vivre to people's life who know how to enjoy what comes from it. But what does it come from? What does it come from? Wine comes from fruit, every one of us knows that. Beer comes from grain, again, most of us, many of us, all of us know that. Mead comes from honey. When you ferment honey as a base raw material, in combination with different fruits and spices, what you get is mead. And as Priyanka said at the start, it's a very versatile drink. You can make meads with different kind of fruits, different kind of herbs, spices. You will now taste 5 different meads after this. and you will understand what we mean when we say that it's a versatile drink. It can be dry, sweet, still, carbonated, sparkling, and then in taste also there is a huge variety that comes from it. Ashwini and I began this journey in 2019, November, and were hit by lockdown very badly. But let's not go there. Let's only talk about the good things. So Ashwini and I, we both hold PhD in bioprocess technology and biotechnology respectively. And we are passionate researchers, and we are also very passionate about alcohol in general. In fact, we became fast friends over a glass of wine only. But then now mead is what holds us together. That's why we say that Sirana is at an intersection of craft, science and passion for innovation and sustainability. Mead inherently is a green drink because honey is used as a raw material. Later Priyanka is going to talk more about why it is the most sustainable alcoholic beverage, so I'm just brushing through. We have meads that range from crisp and dry to rich and complex. And then again, I'll not talk much about it, we'll taste them only. The meadery is situated in Sinnar region of Nashik. You're all welcome to visit the meadery when you are visiting Nashik. And these are the products that we have. These four are...
The honey bees, they won't bite us, no, the bees.
Well, we don't have a beehive at the meadery for this purpose. We don't know who all are allergic. We don't want any accidents to happen. But we do have a dry demo of beekeeping that we give. The meads that we have range from low to high alcohol. Primarily our meads are fruit-based meads. In these four that you see, 3 are fruit-based meads. The first one is made from jamun fruit and jamun honey. The second one you will be able to identify it better because it's made from Shenebra grapes and multi-floral honey. The third one is pomegranate mead, which is made with pomegranates and lychee honey from Bihar. And the fourth one is our latest launch. We wanted to do something different from fruit mead, so we decided to start with our floral mead series. So that is blue pea lavender, the Shankha Pushpi or
Aparajita.
Aparajita.
Yes.
Cool. Aparajita flowers, Shankha Pushpi flowers along with lavender flowers are steeped into fermented mustard honey. Apart from this, we also have 2 high-strength meads. First of them that we will taste is Pinot Noir, the one on the right side. It's made with Pinot Noir grapes and multi-floral honey. And the one on the left side is Yule Spice. It's a special mead. We'll talk about it when we taste it. Before we go ahead, a common question that gets asked is how mead is made. People know about beer and wine. So primary process is the same. Sugars and honey are fermented by yeast to give alcohol and carbon dioxide. This slide was made by us when we were just out of our PhD. That's why it's highly schematic and looks complex. But it basically tells you that honey is diluted with water, yeast is added to it, then primary fermentation takes place. Typically your additional ingredients go in secondary fermentation. It's not a rule, but typically it is done in that fashion because more flavor gets retained, because in secondary fermentation the carbon dioxide bubbling is lower in it. So after the secondary additions are done, which can be fruits, spices, herbs, flour, whatever is your whim and allowed by government. After which you basically do the fining, stabilization and filtration and bottling. So that is a basic process of mead making. Just wanted to touch base on that. Now let's taste the meads. The first mead that you're tasting is a mixture of honey and Shenebra juice fermented together. It's a very light, easy drinking mead, 8% alcohol, very dry. But you probably will not feel that dryness because the honey undertones are there, which retain a little perception of sweetness in it. Shenebra has its own layer of complex tastes and flavors, to which you add another layer of honey, and that's how this mead is made. We made this mead basically because we wanted people to get something familiar in the new thing that they are trying. So that's why the Shenebra mead. It was one of the first meads that we launched. The type of mead is piment. See how you have different kinds of meads based on different kinds of beers, based on different malts that you use. You have different types of meads based on the ingredients. So a mead that is made with grapes is called a piment. So that is a type. And similar to any Shenebra food pairing, this also pairs well with creamy sauce-based dishes. A good serving temperature is 10 to 12, but you can drink it at a higher temperature also for it to open up more, so that you can enjoy the flavors and aromas better.
How do you get the fizziness, little bit zinginess?
It's carbonate.
Oh,
I had a-
पहला ही हो रहा है अभी.
I had a question also regarding Chenin Blanc.
Yes.
Yeah. So Chenin Blanc, actually you are using the grapes only and not a grape juice or a concentrate or something like that.
Not the concentrate. We
But
get the
the
grapes.
grapes and you do it yourself.
We choose them. We use the juice.
Just like in the...
Just like in the wine industry. Yes.
Thank you.
So what's the sugar level on this?
So the residual sugar in this is barely anything. It's like less than 2 grams a liter.
Yes, basically.
A liter, not in 100 ml. Less than 2 grams in a liter.
Great.
So we talked about the versatility of mead. It can be very dry, it can be very sweet. The first mead that you tried was literally bone dry, as we call it. Less than 2 grams residual sugar in a liter of this mead. Like you have these 3 pints, you have not consumed even 2 grams of sugar. This one, the one that is being served right now, the blue tea lavender mead, on the other hand, has between 2 and 3% residual sugar. It's on a sweeter side. Again, because we wanted to tell people how versatile mead can be, we have made this very different. The color that you see on this, entirely natural. It comes from the blue tea flowers, the Shankapati, the Aparajita flowers that we
Young lady, can it be like a cocktail also? We can use.
You can spike it with something stronger. This one has 5% alcohol.
Yeah.
So if you want to
But like, for example, we put some spices and all, and then do some hairperi, you know.
Absolutely, we encourage you to experiment as much as you
Yeah.
want. This is the beauty of mead. See, although it is the oldest alcohol, there has not been a lot of research done on it. In terms of research, beer and wine industry is leaps and bounds ahead of meat industry. So whatever you do is okay. Just let us know what you've done, so that people don't keep reinventing the wheel. This type of mead is called a metheglin because you infuse the honey with herbs and spices. The earlier one was called piment. Serving temperature again for this one is also 10 to 12. It was so much fun to just explore different flavors and explore the possible combinations of honey with different things. So it's not because it's famous in the world, it's just because we thought it might be a good idea. And it clicked. So that's how the blue peel. So we thought that we wanted to do a series on flowers basically. We did a lot of fruit meats and we did only one other metheglin which we will taste later. But we did not do many herb spice, like metheglins we did not do a lot. So when we thought of doing metheglins, we said, let us do a series on only flowers. We have done fruits, let us offer people a varied, a diverse product portfolio. So that is where that idea came from. Ashwini had wanted to make a blue tea mead forever. And then we thought that it would be a good idea to add lavender to it also, to add a bit of complexity and that aroma. So that's where the blue tea lavender came from. So as I said, Chenin Blanc was one of the first meads that we launched, and we went with the grape that is easily available and abundantly available in India. But for our red piment, we wanted to sort of challenge ourselves. And we know that Pinot Noir is not a very easy to grow grape in Indian terroir. So we thought let's go ahead and make that our red piment. Pinot Noir mead is made by first crushing red grapes. We start the fermentation on the red grapes at half sugar break. We add honey and water to it, and the remaining fermentation takes place. That's why although it is made with Pinot Noir, it looks like a rosé wine. The honey is diluting out the tannins in this. 12% alcohol, rather on a sweet side as compared to the Chenin Blanc mead.
Actually, I had a query. Now, a friend of mine had farmhouses. She had 2 different trees. There were 2 hives on each tree.
Mm-hmm.
The flavor of the honey from each tree was different.
Oh.
And how do you regulate the flavor of the honey to have the same production?
So in the wild, you can't really control where the bees are going. But if you place the bee boxes strategically in an apiary,
So it's artificially manufactured or what? Because when they make the hive on a particular tree, the juices of that from the bark are absorbed in the hive.
So they don't take anything from the bark, and the juices from the bark don't get absorbed in the hive. That doesn't happen because the cells are made of wax, which is very protective of what it contains. It's hydrophobic, so nothing gets seeped into the wax. That doesn't happen. In an apiary, there are more than 40-50 bee boxes in one piece, and we all harvest those honey from all those bee boxes together. So this thing about honey from two different hives tasting different will only happen in nature.
Yes.
In an apiary, all the honey gets mixed. Are we ready with the next mead? The last one? Last one from Sirana, that is? Yes. We are going from lowest sugar to highest sugar. This is the second last mead that you will try. This is a festive mead that we make at Sirana. It's another method. It's made with a lot of warmth from the ginger. Perfect for this weather actually. Not for me, I'm wearing this jacket, I'm actually quite warm.
Can we mix it with the mulled wine?
So, Yule spice can be mulled with a piece of star anise, a slice of orange, a little bit of honey, and it makes for an excellent winter cocktail, warm winter cocktail.
5 meats, right?
4 meats we have tasted.
Master class, you can see full house, and so people are interested.
Thank you everyone.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you, Yoginee.
That's all, folks. See you in the next one.